fish. In today's video I'll test out this super ultralight rod from Mifine. It's called Nano Jig, casting rating from 0.5 to 2 grams. So I'll try to see if I will be able to stir up a few bigger perch whilst using small soft silicone lures on my improved Jigga rig. And when it comes to my rig, it's quite fancy. As you can see, that's my improved Jigga rig, and I have a couple of tungsten beads sliding in about 2 centimeters long loop. Beads are of a 3 millimeters in size, so it will be like 0.6 grams total bait. And then I have offset hook size 8 and tiny grub about 6 centimeters long. I could go way smaller, but I'm targeting, bonus big perch, hence using this medium sized lure, if you will. So yeah, very fancy lure and very fancy rig as well. Also, one thing what I'm doing, even though that's a new hook, it's sharp, but since the rod is so soft, I'm making extra time to sharpen my point, because offset hook with a soft rod, I want to prick every fish every time. Here we go. Now it's like super duper sharp. Yeah, let's give it a go. When it comes to the action on this rod, it's fast. I hope you can see somewhat. Should be okay. And recovery times are not bad. I mean, the handle is very short, I don't have any leverage to stop the bounce around, but for such a light rod, recovery times are not bad at all. But also you will notice that even though it's a fast action, but most of the blank actually bends, since it's very slim blank, and yeah, meaning that all the lunges from big fish will be absorbed quite well, so it's not like pokey rod, if you will. So yeah, for this kind of a fishing, I like the action on this rod a lot. It's good. So yeah, and when it comes to my current setup, I have a Cast King Valiant Eagle, and balance looks like that, more or less perfect. I hope you can see somewhat. Come on, you big fish, where are you? Here we go. Nice fish. Bite was clear as day. Not a monster, but as you can see, I am kind of whacking into the fish very well, because it's a very soft rod. I have to make sure I'm setting that offset hook, and still just just look at that action. It's a kind of very soft rod, very soft rod. It has that fast action, but still, as you can see, it bends quite a bit, so it won't. It not only will be very good for, I can't talk, it's early morning, I need my coffee. I'm saying it will be very good not only for perch, but for trout fishing, it will be ideal. I did see that fish. That's a very good fish, like a kilo. Just look at that. Yeah, go away from that motor. This is fun I'm talking about. That's a very good fish, actually bigger than I was thinking. Grab my net here. Come on, give up, Mr. Perch. Here we go. Not yet. So much fun. Here we go. Booyah! And we got ourselves a 40 centimeter plus perch in the bag. Oh yeah, 40 centimeters. It's not much longer than that. See, even though very soft rod, but very sharp, extra sharpened hook, still managed to punch, with a good strike. Top lip, voila, monster. Okay, here we go. Awesome fish. Yeah, about 40, maybe even 2 centimeters, I would say. Oh yeah, it's about 42. Okay, can chillax here for a little bit and let's see if we can nail another one, maybe as big. Super fun. Yeah. I shouldn't be talking too much early in the morning. You know, my language is not very good either way, but now it's just stutter a lot. Anyway, let's hope I will improve as I go along, and let's hope for more bites and more fish like that. But I've proven the point already. I mean, it's super fun to land, you know, bonus fish like that, kilo plus perch on this tackle. And on canals, like let's say in the UK, in winter, when fishing is hard, right, I would shoot a rod like this and would do something like I'm doing now, as in like super small lures, delicate presentation, and you know, very sensitive rod, just to, but still, I mean, you can find more sensitive rods than this one, but they will be like very pokey, you know, like good for bite indication but not so good for playing fish on light lines. They would not bend. This one does everything okay, as you saw. Okay, so far 2 bites, 2 fish in the bag, not too shabby. I just have to make sure, you know, my hook is always super duper sharp, and make sure, you know, I'm backing into the fish like a madman. Come on, you fish. Maybe one is there where I just cast it. Come on, good cast. Time to eat my lure, come on. See, I'm observing my line just when it goes like a little bit slack, when my tiny like weight hit the deck, you know. It's not very deep here, maybe 1.5 meters, something like that. So in feet it would be like, what, 5 feet maybe. Little bite, here we go, another good fish. I did not, you know, strike like immediately. I just seen the bite, just like pulled slightly, like, you know, like a 0.5 centimeter. Notice that my line is slack, meaning that, you know, fish had my lure in the mouth, and then I just performed proper whack. Let's see if it will work out. Don't think it's a big fish. It's not as, like, it's not a wasp for sure, but another quality fish on this tackle. Great. Boom. Very, I mean, the bite was very, very close here. Still very angry fish, just look at that. Again, top lip. Awesome little fish. I mean, it's still over 30 centimeters, but just look how angry he's, like a little boar. I like them. Okay, chillax. So yeah, maybe I have found them. Like 2 bites in, I don't know, like 4 casts or something. See, and after every fish, the hook might hit the bone or something. I'm just inspecting that hook, that it would be, you know, super duper sharp. If I will need, you know, I will, you know, give it a touch with a whetstone, and you can see I can get out all sorts of animations with this, like, rod. It's not floppy, you know, it is like floppy enough to get those animations, but it's not like super floppy, so all blank would, you know, start resonating and, you know, making tiny animations impossible. This one does not do that. You see, it's a good balance between being very soft rod and being sensitive rod. Here we go, nice bite. Okay. It's not shaking its head. I hope but it's not going very far. Maybe it is a perch, but I just hope it's not a pike. It's not going very far either, so it might be a perch, just different type of fighter, maybe not as big. Very good bite though. That's a decent one, decent one. Here we go. Voila. Unhooked itself, nice, bubbles. How about that? Actually, I will release that small one. It's ruining the picture. But yeah, it's not too shabby, you know. This rod and 3 good perch, like I would say. I don't know what sort of weight we got here on the net, but I would say 2.5 kilos maybe. Fantastic. We'll check that hook. Still sharp, which is good. Very, very important, as they say. You have a soft rod, you know, small weight. Just an offset hook, you want, you know, to set that hook as hard as you can, and it must be as sharp as it can, you know, otherwise fish just might be coming off. So far, see, I had 5 bites, every single one I hooked, but probably you're thinking why he's striking like that, like madman. This is the reason, guys, as I explained. Very soft blank, you know, I'm just setting that hook, driving it in, you know, as deep as I can. Obviously, still I'm making sure, you know, I'm not breaking my lines, you know, which is like 4-pound braided line and like 0.13 millimeters for a carbon leader. So what it would be like 2 pounds, I guess, or something, maybe 2.5, something like that. So very fine. But again, using these, you know, fine lines and having this very soft rod enables me, you know, just to perform those crazy strikes. Just to make sure, you know, I'm not breaking off on the strike. Fantastic morning's fishing. It was kind of slowish at the start, you know, but then I moved around a few times, and then in this spot I got the biggest one on second cast in this spot, I believe. And yeah, now I'm getting bites kind of regularly. Most likely some like odd perch just dotted around here, which is great. But they're very, very passive, because I assume that for sure there are some perch around me, but I'm not getting bites every cast, meaning, you know, that they would take the lure only then when it's kind of being dragged almost into their mouth. See, that's my 40 mark. That is 41. Nice fish, you know, chunky, very chunky fish, you know, very light tackle, impressive stuff. And that's an absolute beast on this tackle. Just look at that, those colors. Wow. Thank you, buddy. Okay, be safe and grow bigger. Bye. Just will give maybe 2 or 3 casts. If I will get a fish, great. If not, I'll say goodbye to you and to the fish. And whilst I'm trying to catch final fish for the road, I will say this, guys, as always, if you are interested in this rod, check it out. I will leave a link in the description below. And as always, make sure you read reviews from other anglers on AliExpress, just to see what they are saying, and if what you see aligns with what I'm saying within this video. If it does, and if you are into this kind of a fishing, or if you want to start, get this rod, you won't be disappointed at all.